This is a simple story about how stupid polls are. Recently, Fox News released a poll claiming 51% of voters in the US want President Trump impeached and removed from office. So Fox News, which is supposed to be the network supporting Trump, released this damning poll, which means it must be true because they went against their bias, right? That was part of the story. But it's a story about polls, so it gets stupider. Then, the New York Post ran a story on the poll too, claiming that the pollsters' methods were flawed. Princeton-based Braun Research is the company behind the poll. In the information about the poll, they claimed that 48% of its respondents were Democrats. But according to the crack research of a Post analyst, the actual party affiliation breakdown was 31% Democrat. The Post claims that if the 31% figure had been factored in instead of the 48%, that would have concluded that only 44.9% of American voters favor impeachment. The analyst also claimed that the incorrect percentage also skewed the results for the percentage of Americans who outright oppose impeachment. With the poll's fraudulent 48% figure, they reported that 40% of American voters oppose impeachment. But with the supposedly correct figure, 44.4% oppose it. Now, I looked at the poll numbers myself, but I didn't bother to check anyone's math for this story because, again, this story is not about whether that stupid poll was right or wrong, it's about how stupid polls are. And I should know, because I've used a ton of them at this funny job of mine, because polls are so easy to manipulate, and they're always great fodder for news. They're great talking points for when you need something scientific sounding to support the argument you know you already want to make. No one in the news has ever seen a poll that goes against their bias and says, wow, that's interesting. I thought it was the opposite. Let me do a story on how this new thing I've learned has changed my mind. Let me do that story. No. In the news, polls are just used as confirmation bias supporting points, which I admit to doing all the time myself, using a stupid poll to validate something I already think is true. But at least I know how stupid it all is, and I laugh about it. And so should any American voter who lived through the 2016 election and saw every single poll get it so wrong. At this point, we should all know how stupid polls are.